Hello, everyone, and welcome to stream. Welcome. I do hope you guys have been having a wonderful day so far. And I just saw myself in the mirror. ah, but welcome. Welcome. We're quite a bit later than we normally are because family kind of wanted to have. Normally, we do a. Ow, cat! That's my heel! No bitey on the heel. But me and my family normally have like a cozy Friday on Fridays with tacos, the Swedish variety, and because once again my spice tolerance is that of a snowflake, um, and um, and we all also kind of tend to eat chips, and we watch something that more often than not me and my brother find boring, but But we kind of have a little family day on Fridays. And this yesterday, we couldn't do that because power issues. It's a bit difficult to watch the television if there is no power. Um, so we kind of had to not do that. And so we did that today instead. And therefore, I kind of am a bit late because we normally do that at 8. So yeah. But hello, Seven. Hello, Mr. Dark. Hello, James. Hello, Odie. Hello, Tech Maniac. Welcome. Welcome. I have a kitty cat in my arms at the moment. She doesn't want to be here anymore. I at least can start to hold her for like a couple of minutes before she gets bored of it. So, hello, Irina. Welcome to stream. Welcome. I do hope you've been having a wonderful day so far, and I'm so glad to see so many of you because since it is like 1.5 hours later than I normally do, I was starting to be a bit worried that no one was gonna come. Which I feel like is probably very silly of me to just instantly go like, well, I'm gonna be alone. But yeah, I am just very happy that you're here. And welcome, Brandon. I'm glad to see that you're here as well. And I hope you have had an amazing day so far. And thank you for subbing. Thank you so much. Kitty's now under the chair instead. I'm getting the feeling that Kitty's gonna be terribly distracting today because I am trying to get her to change food. She is not happy with that change. She wants her unhealthy sugar food, and I want her to go on to the healthy, not sugar, not grain based food, and she doesn't like that very much. Well, since sleep and schedule are two unknown words for me, I don't have that problem of time. Well, that is awesome. That is awesome. That means that you can be here whenever I stream. Good to know. Now I expect you to be here for every stream from this day forth. No, I don't. I mean, running Crimson Harvest, okay? Yeah, okay, fine. Stuck at home with the flu, so you have plenty of time to watch your series. Well, I hope you get better soon, but I also really hope that you can relax and unwind and just get your mind off things. Because just that's kind of what I tend to do when I'm sick. I tend to watch my friends stream because that takes my mind off of things, and just to relax and enjoy to a stream is pretty nice. Pretty nice. Yes. Yes. And I have had a couple of days because when I went home yesterday, I sort of just changed clothes because working with kids and some of the kids are allergic to pets and stuff like that. So I always change to home clothes that are full with cat hair, so that my work clothes are not full of cat hair. And then when I went down again, downstairs, I just noticed that some of the lights were flickering. And electrical lights aren't meant to be flickering. Just a heads up. They aren't meant to do that. And I looked at the lights in my bedroom as well, and they were doing the same. And then the radio just went quiet, and the microwave also just shut off suddenly. So then I sort of just went like, "Hey, Mom, that something weird is going on." And I noticed the same thing. So basically, me and Dad went outside to check the electrical supply, I think it's called in English. I'm not entirely sure. The power supply central unit for the farm site, basically. Something with power. Yep, it was something with the power, all right. Because my dad checked his like saw engine and stuff like that, and he noticed that that wasn't working at all. Because the saw and some like the water pump and stuff like that, those are working on 3 phases, because all of electrical things in Sweden have like 3 phases. Most things like lights only use 2, but the water pump and like big engine, big powerful things use all 3. So we started noticing that all of the things that use 2 are flickering. The things that needs 3 aren't working at all. Oh, you're single facing? Nah, we were like more or less like we had one. After just doing a lot of checks, we noticed that one of the phases were working the whole time. The second was working most of the time, and the third wasn't working at all. So something weird was going on, because I've never noticed something like that before, and I was just super scared because I find electrical problems really, really scary. Because I just start imagining the worst outcomes. And the worst outcomes when it comes to electricity is death and fires and no home anymore. So I honestly started imagining like, okay, what do I need to do to save my equipment from a fire? And the pets, of course, and me third. So yeah, thankfully it kind of, after a lot of issues, because my mom started calling the power supplier, because we kind of noticed that we aren't getting all of the 3 phases. It's not an us problem, because, farmers have a tendency to just go out and fix things, or at least go out and check what the issue is. So we kind of did that whole bit. So my mom called the service center, and I have all of the respect for service people. All of it. But that particular woman, she managed to piss off my mum so bad that she just handed the phone to me. And I tried to be diplomatic for a bit, and then I just instantly switched to my teacher face and just went like, okay. I very rarely speak to a grown-up the same way that I speak to a very particular, not very gifted 13-year-old. I was speaking to her like I did to the students. And not even like, I was speaking to her like the same manner of speaking that I am speaking to a kid that's just behaves like he was dropped as a kid. You spoke to her like you would speak to a Kevin. I definitely spoke to her like I would speak to a 13-year-old Kevin. Not even a grown-up Kevin. But yeah, yes, she was a Kevina. All right, she was a Kevina. So all props to service personnel. I have spoken to a few. They are doing the best of jobs, but that particular one was a Kevin. I mean, some people don't really grow up; they just get taller. Yeah, and she was one of those. It is hard to speak with people that don't understand. Yeah, and props to her. It might be the case that she's just very used to speaking to people who live in a flat in the city, who just goes like, "Power isn't working. Help!" And they don't even check the fuses. Uh, Not farmers that just go to the fuse box and just notice that fuses are working. Okay, let's go to the electrical center. Okay, the electrical center isn't working. It's not an us problem. And we even fetched like a current meter so that we could actually check what was working and what wasn't. She definitely wasn't used to speaking to people who like was troubleshooting by themselves. So yeah, that's hard. Yeah, yes, but believe me, I am teaching a couple of Kevins. It was like speaking to one of those, and they are third. No, they are no. Wait. One of them is actually 15 years old. She was about that, approximately, and then that boy is Kevin mixed with a whole other amount of issues as well. So, because he's the like that student is very interesting because in science when you do the laboratory stuff, you aren't supposed to taste stuff. If you even jokingly say that you want to taste it or you are tasting stuff, you just instantly fail. And not just that particular experiment, you instantly fail the entire course. What does he do? He asks the teacher like, "Hey, can I taste this? I'm hungry. Can I eat this kiwi that we are about to extract DNA from?" And the teacher, obviously, told him exactly this. It wasn't me, that was a teacher, but he made basically the same thing at my class as well. So she just told him like, "What do you think?" And told him exactly that you can't even joke about this because you are to fail. And then one of the other kids jokingly said the whole thing, the thing again, and the teacher just said that, "Hey, you can ask Kevin this. I know that you are joking," he said to, or the teacher said to the second student. And then Kevin, in his infinite wisdom, says, "Well, I wasn't joking." I don't. That feels like I told you that story so confusingly, but basically, the teacher was trying to give him an out by just saying that, "I know you guys are joking, so it's cool." And then Kevin just say, "I wasn't joking. I honestly wanted to eat the fruit." And in my class, we're talking about electronics. He's told me that he got a sap from his charger, and because he liked the feeling, he poured water on it. And we had just had a test about electric safety. Like he failed the class, obviously, but not only because of that comment, but he mainly fails because he doesn't do anything. So, you can't succeed in life if you don't even work. Weird how that works. Some of the kids need a reality check, and it's kind of sad that we aren't able to give it to them. Some people just wanted to. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand them. Did we manage to fix the problem? Yes, we actually got a service technician out after the phone lady just went like, "Well, if it's a faulty, if it's not our fault, you're gonna have to pay the service technician for the faulty call. Do you accept that?" And we were like, "What?" What do you mean? If it's a fault, if it's not your fault, we only have 2 faces out of 3. It can't possibly be our fault. But fine. So when he just came and he checked everything and he was like, "Yeah, you only have 2 faces. This is an us problem." And we were like, "I know." Because me and my brother were out there because we were just so fed up with everything. So we were both like, "Yeah, we know. We checked. The neighbor has the same issue. We told the service lady that the neighbor has the same issue. It's obviously not our fault." And the service technician was like, "Yeah, they really should just grab the ticket and just pass it over. They shouldn't try and yeah." So I think he was pretty fed up with how they were doing things as well. And it might not be a her issue, it might be a company wide issue. I don't know. But that thing was just something. At least they know that is there a film, yeah? And you do the "you don't say" meme face. Yeah. We more or less did the "I told you so" face. But not to him because, he wasn't her, but it was very much, "We told the lady that. Hmm. Why didn't she tell you that?" So yeah, there was some slight issue, and also because the water pump didn't work, I couldn't give water to the horses, so there was a whole lot of issues. But it got fixed. But that was the thing. And then today we kind of went to my grandma's house because she has been moving out. So we've been clearing it up and packing up things that she wants to keep. And also like having some things for us that we might keep. I have missed some people. Let's see. All of you, welcome to stream. I do hope you've been having a wonderful day so far. And why is Albin banned? I don't know who Albin is. And if he's banned, he probably broke some rules. Or her. But Albin to me is a boy name, so. How are the fur babies? Fur babies are doing awesomely. Kitty's laying next to me at the moment, and Moose and Lady are doing fine. They probably think that I am very stingy with food at the moment because they need to eat less food. They are quite rotund. Albin is a band name in Sweden. It isn't. It isn't. I teach a couple of Albins. It's not a band name. Where on earth? Where did you? Wait, what? How? What? Where did you think that was the case from? Or my personal favorite, No Shit Sherlock. Yeah, that's a very good one. Or No Poop Babies. No Poop Sherlock, maybe. I don't know. Because that is apparently a not good word I have been taught in where I come from. It's a very normal word to use a lot. Chubby fur babies, yeah, horsies are kind of chubby at the moment. They normally do get kind of chubby after summer, so. You tell a school story from when it was during class and the fire alarm went off. It's not a lot of things that happens when the fire alarm goes off, though, because we train that so much. So we just go out of the classroom. I lock the classroom door because they have their cell phones and stuff like that and electronics in the classroom. And then we just stand, like, get the kids to stand in alphabetical order from each class so that we can very easily check who's there and who isn't. And then we stand there until we can get in again. Not a whole lot of things happen. Yeah. Not entirely sure why you think that's interesting, but yes, not a whole lot of things happens. But we are to play this game. I basically know that it's a clicky game, and we make stories. And I have seen a couple of shorts from it, and it seemed very interesting. Better question, why some of the schools drill... What? Drill what? I am confused. Hello Jax, welcome to stream. I do hope you've been having a wonderful day so far. And babysitting puppies sounds awesome. I want to babysit a puppy. And hello Perry, welcome to stream. You can't stay, got assignments, I hope you have a good stream. Well, good luck on your assignment. Good luck. And I hope you get some rest because it is after all a weekend, so. But yeah, into the stories. It's in Swedish? Why on earth is it in Swedish? Can I change this? Yes. Thank you. I don't think you guys would want this in Swedish. So.
Storyteller, a book about building stories.
Exactly, Storyteller, a book about building stories. Awesome. Keep chat relevant to stream. Yes, please do that. Please do that. How do I... Ooh, I click.
At the end of this book lies a crown. It is bestowed only to the finest storytellers of the realm. Every page is empty, save for a title. It is your duty to fill these pages with the most captivating tales. Complete this book and prove yourself worthy of the title of Storyteller.
I probably should have checked if this music was copyrighted or not. I hope it isn't. I have had issues with that in the past. Just to be safe. I probably want it on low at the very least.
Story.
Yes, I have...
Life and death.
I think I am to click this. It's only Shakespeare music. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. It's for the what now? This is a nice sound. You wouldn't mind it in Swedish. Well, it would be kind of cool though, especially if the narrator was in Swedish, but I don't think it is. And it might also be the case that it's just Google translated. And in that case, it's not gonna be the best. If it is copyrighted, I guess you need to sing so you have music. Yee, maybe so.
Adam starts alone, finds love, and dies happy.
Oh, he's lonely. Okay, and I guess we just pop them in there and they do the lovey bits and then he dies. And she's heartbroken. Maybe she's not there to view that. Oh, did we click there again? Okay. Okay, so we don't just switch page. We always go back.
Eve dies heartbroken.
Okay, so basically, they fall in love. And then he dies and she gets heartbroken. And then she dies. And he is there as a ghost. Because ghosts are cool and he's there to collect her. Yes. Papa. Do the Mario jingle with that xylophone. I don't think I can do that. And I can do the Mario jingle when we play a Mario game.
Seeing the ghost of a lover.
Ooh. Okay. So, they fall in love. And then Eve dies. And he's heartbroken. And then... Aha! Okay. So then he kind of sees her, but he... I don't know, what is it when you don't love your partner, even though she's there, she's just a ghost, Adam. You are to love her. I mean, I guess it is until death do us part, so it's... Miracle, is she gonna survive?
With a happy ending.
We have a revive! Okay, so they love one another. And Adam can be the one to die this time, because Eve was the one dying the last time. Oh yeah, she's already alive. Fine. And then Adam comes back to life, and then they fall in love again. And she's plenty surprised, because I would be too. Is she not surprised? She's not surprised if she doesn't know. I don't know why that was surprising to me. But apparently it was. It is interesting how this game ramps up the difficulty as it goes. Maybe so. I have seen these 4, I'm pretty sure. I have seen a couple of others, but I have... Since I basically just noted that I am gonna play this game, I have very much avoided as much of the game as possible. These games look like quite the fun. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking as well when I saw it the first time. It looks really fun. And it's also a point and click game. And that is kind of nice to have every once in a while. I kind of miss playing point and click games. I really have not been playing a lot of point and click games, even though I like them. He was seeing another man behind Adam. Maybe so. Maybe so. Maybe so.
Broken hearts.
I get to break hearts.
A heartbreak is healed.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun. I want to break the hearts. Who's... Lenora looks sad. She can have her heart being broken. It's fine. Nah, she loves Isabel because we're inclusive. And then Isabel dies and she's sad. And then she has a wedding with Edgar. Without without... Oh, wait. Kitty! Stop it! This is my cord. And as I already bought the game and still want to play it, you all have an amazing stream and a great day and or evening. Yeah, bye bye, Mr. Dark. I hope you have fun when you play this game on your own. It's very, very nice. Did you turn two female characters to fall in love? Yes, I did. I did. Okay, so now Lenora is saying to Edgar that she doesn't love him, which means it makes him sad. So Edgar can marry Bernard. And now we did all of them.
Rejected by own spouse.
I can have amnesia. I see what you like then. Wait. Honest, so there you go. Now those two like each other. I am just inclusive. And Lenora? Maybe I want Edgar to just disappear. Yeah, I wanted Lenora to forget. And then Lenora is gonna not reject him because she's gonna marry Isabel at first, apparently. And then she rejects him. This is a very weird setup. These titles be cruel. They kind of are. They kind of are. And also, what's kind of interesting here is that she marries Edgar at first, and then something happens. She gets amnesia. And maybe she gets amnesia from, like, an accident or something. I don't know. And then she meets Isabel. And they are together for long enough of a time that they actually get, like, married to each other. That takes a whole lot of time. And just after that, then Edgar comes to try and find Lenora. I mean, it's been... I mean, if we just go like, this is an extremely quick wedding, it's still taken at least a month, probably half a year. Why didn't he find Lenora first?
Everyone rejects Edgar.
Okay. Everyone rejects Edgar. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Wedding. Isabel marries Bernard. And then Isabel dies and Bernard is all sad. And then Bernard marries Lenora. Wait, I can't have that happen yet, right? Because we need... Can I just switch these around? Because we actually need him... We need a whole lot of people to reject Edgar. He can't be there. He's to be in those two. And those two married one another. And Isabel can reject Edgar. And now Bernard can reject Edgar. And since those two are married, now Lenora can also not reject him, reject Edgar. Maybe they did a quick wedding in Las Vegas. Maybe so. They just got incredibly drunk on the grape juice and they just got married. Poor Edgar, what did he do to deserve this? I don't know. He wasn't able to play Mozart on the piano or something. 1800s just do what the 1800s want. Yes!
Surviving spouses find comfort.
Pure chaos is what we want. Okay, so we want 2 weddings, probably 2 deaths, and then stories can use fewer frames. So apparently we only need 5. Probably. And since you guys apparently like that couple, we're gonna do that. And then Edgar dies because apparently people hate Edgar. And then Bernard can die because we want pure chaos and stuff. There we go. I don't know why I thought that I was gonna get a second, like, thing there. Okay.
Apparition.
I get to play with ghosts. Ooh. Feel bad for him. Nah, don't feel bad for Edgar. He probably did something.
Edgar shocks himself.
I think what I'm gonna do here. So Edgar is gonna die. But Edgar is gonna forget that he is dead. And then he's gonna see himself in the mirror. I don't know, this is...
Heartbroken spouses are reunited.
Do they need to be heartbroken at both of them? Or is it just alright if one of them is heartbroken at? But, okay, but first they got married, and then Edgar dies because he's Edgar. And Lenore is heartbroken, but Edgar is revived, but he comes back to find her dead. But then Lenora is revived, and then they both get happy. So Edgar got a happy ending here, but we don't want that. We want Edgar to be sad and miserable. We can't let Edgar be happy for more than 2 panels now, can we? Exactly! We need to do something. Because he's currently happy. This is a weird game. It kind of is, but it's a really fun game. I kind of like... It's... in the afterlife? Wait, this still needs to be here. But this can't be here. Instead, Edgar needs to die again. Ooh. I kind of like that ending a lot more. Please, Edgar is an honorable man. Please don't do him like that. I am gonna do him like that. I like him better as a ghost. I think he can use fewer frames. I'm not sure I can use fewer frames in this one. Fails, yes, the fails. The giggles.
Heartbreak for everyone.
Ooh. Okay, so Edgar is gonna marry Lenora. But I think Edgar is gonna die. So Lenora is all sad. But then Lenora marries Bernard. But... Bernard dies. And so That's Lenora. But she doesn't die until there, because Edgar needs to... Because now... Hold on, everyone is... She's not had his heart broken yet. Fine, she dies. There we go. I kind of wanted Edgar to be the only one alive, though. So that's a slight miscalculation on my part. Can I make sure Edgar is the only one alive? I don't think I can. No, everybody can be said, yes! Yes! But I would prefer for Edgar to be the only one alive, but anyway.
Old heartbroken dog dies happy.
Why does the dog need to die? Fine, Doggo. And Edgar is very happy because Doggo loves Edgar and Edgar loves Doggo. And then we need to break the Doggo's heart. And then time passes. Can time pass afterwards? Because I would like to see how Edgar is. And then Doggo is old. Is Edgar old too? Edgar is old too! No, not the dog. Yes, not the Doggo. But we need to fix this. For ye. The old. But now Doggo dies. But Doggo was happy. Doggo was happy. And if we switch places between these two. Yeah, and then Doggo is old and Edgar isn't. But yeah. I want them both to be old. Plot twist, yes. I feel like we're just blitzing through this. Maybe I should quiet down a bit. So, poison.
Lenora drinks poison.
Why on earth would she want to do that? Because Lenora married Bernard? And then Bernard dies and she's all Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? And apparently she's a little bit dramatic. It's sad, but it's a good ending. Yeah, I guess so. So this is the Romeo and Juliet part. Yeah, it's the poison part. Quite dramatic. I get to poison twice. Okay, fine. So Edgar loves her, and we're just gonna do the same bit as we did last time. So that Lenora drinks the poison. And Edgar is a ghost, so he can't do stuff. But we need to revive Edgar first. But he sees that Lenora is all deadificated. And then he drinks the poison, because both of them are equally dramatic. Someone drinks poison twice? Yeah. I don't have any frames left. Are we just to switch places? Between those? This is quite the dramatic bit. see how it is. I come here and I revive you, and you just instantly go to the grave, and then you instantly go through the poison again. Pretty dramatic. Revive Edgar for double death. Well, Edgar was the one that I revived. Was suspected she's about to drink poison because she married Edgar. That would be fun. But she sadly won't do that. So, would be plenty fun though.
Isabel is haunted by her husband.
Ooh. Okay, so Isabel looks pretty mean. She marries Edgar, who we have kind of noted is not the bestest of persons. So they fight a lot. So Isabel goes for the poison. And if I remember that, he gets normal wine. Okay, so she goes for the poison. And when Edgar sits down in his little chair to grab his little wine, he dies. And then he's brilliantly upset with his little Missy here, so he haunts her. Look at him all drooling and oh. Can I even get them to fight as a ghost? I can! There we go! You can't be haunted if it's only one occasion. She's properly haunted because she's haunted at two separate occasions. Why you drink poison? Yes! Edgar cannot catch a single break. No, he cannot. He really cannot. But he gets to have fun haunting his murderer, so... Sounds plenty fun.
Murder of jealousy.
Jealousy? Is Edgar gonna... Oh, so Edgar says no? Which makes Isabel upset. So Isabel go for the poison. And Edgar sits down and drink, which makes Lenora really sad. So she drinks the poison. And Isabel loved Edgar, so she also goes for the poison. I kind of like that I accidentally just poisoned Edgar and that made this whole thing work. Oh wow, we're getting spicy over here. We are. Plenty spicy. Nice. Next one. No, was that it? I loved the poison bit.
Beauty.
Beauty. That doesn't sound anywhere near as exciting.
The manor.
Oh, accidentally. Ah. Yeah, competition.
Which becomes the mirror's favorite?
So basically Snow White. You know, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? The mirror says Snow White, because obviously. So which goes to the cauldron? Do we need to go to the cauldron? Okay, so as that, she's just upset with Snow White. So if we just do that first, then she transforms Snow White into a frog. I mean Snowy, not Snow White, because reasons. And then Witch goes back to the cauldron so that she gets all prettified again. And now Mirror loves her. What happens guess if they meet in the forest before all of that, are they gonna be friends? Oh, she's just like really scorny at Snow White. It's fine. Kind of interesting though. Because there she's all stern looking, and here she's all like, I'm gonna do nasty stuff to you. See?
Curse is lifted.
Okay. So Witch just does not put a curse on Snowy. Is Witch in love with the prince and wants to kiss a kiss with the prince? Can I get Witch to kiss a kiss? No, she doesn't like Snowy, she likes Prince. It's just Edgar and the whole quartet of people that were just very fine with any gender. They are all pansexuals. Witch is not that. So now Witch is upset. She's not upset. She is upset with Prince and not with Snowy because Snowy hasn't done anything wrong. Can they just kissy kiss immediately? No, they cannot kissy kiss immediately. So Snowy needs to meet the prince in the forest, and then they can kissy kissy, and Prince turns back into a prince. Just what you were thinking? Yes. Edgar cannot take a single break, but right now he is on plenty of breaks because it's only about the witch and the Snowy and the prince.
A kiss and a curse.
Uh-huh. Is Witch gonna turn into a hot lady? And gonna kissy Prince? But we need a curse first. Why on earth would we need a curse? You can kiss him immediately. Okay, and then she's just lovey with him. So we try and kiss first, and he doesn't want to kiss, which makes her upset. So she curses him. And then she gets all prettified, because that's obviously gonna make a difference. And then she meets the prince, who tells her that, hey, I'm really a transformed prince, and I need you to kiss me. And then she does. If they meet in the forest later, what are they gonna do? Why is she upset with Prince? You kissed him. Okay, fine. People are confusing sometimes.
Tiny gets a kiss.
Okay, there's no Tiny needs to get a kiss. Which is fair. Well, the question is how on earth we're gonna get that kiss. Okay, I think Tiny's gonna need to be kissed by Snowy. Like, this is what we want. She doesn't want that very much, though. So if Witch curses Prince, and Prince tells Snowy that, hey, I'm cursed, I think that's how we're gonna do it. Okay, so Witch... Okay, so we need to try and kissy kiss with the prince first, so that Witch gets upset with the prince. and curses the prince. Can Witch also just curse Tiny? No. And after just being so upset with the prince, Witch tries to get the kiss from Tiny, and Tiny doesn't want that. So then the witch curses Tiny as well. And Snowy happens to meet the prince in the forest. And she's all like, oh, that sounds terrible. I'm gonna save you because I have a savior complex or something like that. And then Snowy accidentally kisses Tiny instead. Ungrateful maiden? Okay. If we just delete this so we can think. I think someone needs to save Snowy. Can I do all three at the same time? I don't think I can do all three at the same time. But I'm not entirely sure. Kitty, this is my cord. Please leave it alone. So Mirror says that Snowy is the fairest of them all, which she curses Snowy. Snowy tells Tiny. And Tiny does the kissy kiss and turns her back. And then they meet in the forest. So Tiny tries to kiss again, and she's not that happy with it. Also, Prince saves Tiny. That is where the LGBTQ part of this part comes in. Yes. Yes. So now Prince needs to save Tiny. I think I could have kept what I had the first time in that case. So Witch tries to do the smoochy smooch with Tiny. Which is plenty upsetting to the witch. And then, as the cherry on top, she gets to know that the mirror thinks that Snowy is the prettiest. So she's so upset that she curses Snowy as well. And Snowy meets the prince, who instantly falls in love with the frog, because obviously, who wouldn't want to kiss a frog that can speak? But on the boat, there is Tiny and the prince. I think that this is done now. Oh, the siege! That's what it was called. Fine. Tiny do be a cute dude. He is a very cute... Ow! Very cute dude. And that was a claw. I am bleeding. Yes? You should be ashamed of yourself. You have a boat. You have a tiny little belly bowl. Play with that. Sounds about right. Yes.
The manor.
I get to murder people.
Butler's rampage.
Butler gets to murder a lot of people. He steals the gun. And he murders the Duchess. Ooh, there's a tiny amount of blood and the shooty shoot goes through her. That's plenty cool. No, I want the Duchess to be murdered first. I kind of thought that it was gonna be able to put a dude inside of the painting. But oh well. Did your kitty attack me? Yes, she did. Just my pinky finger and just right at the joint, so it kind of hurts.
Duke
It's fine.
feels relief.
Okay, so first Butler takes the gun. And then Duke sees that the gun is gone. But then Butler changes his mind and puts the gun back. And then the Duke is very happy that the gun is back again. This is what happens when you pay your butler below minimum wage. Yes! He goes on a murderous rampage. And also steals your gun to make you doubt your own memory and senses. Because he's gonna say that obviously the gun was there all along. What do you mean, Sire? The gun has been there the entire time. You know? Gaslight. Honestly, that would be a cool Netflix show. This would be a very cool Netflix show.
Murderer is arrested.
Okay, so Butler takes the gun. Can he pew-pew the detective? He cannot pew-pew the detective. He's just standing there all nervous. And so fine. Oh, he's twirling it. Until the detective comes. But then he pew-pews the Duke, who for some reason bleeds orange. Or is it red? I feel like it's on orangey red. Can I make him feel remorse? I can't make him feel remorse. Can I also make him just put the gun back? Oh no. Okay, so then he puts the gun back, but he's all like, I did nothing wrong. So he actually needs to feel remorse for it. Plenty cool. It would have been the perfect crime if it wasn't for all of these feelings. Yes. Although his cover has been blown, yes. No cover left.
Someone gets arrested.
Someone gets arrested? Can I make... And then Butler shoot pew-pews. And then Butler puts it back. Duchess doesn't want to do... I wanted her to touch the thing, so the fingerprints. Apparently I cannot do that. So fine. So, Butler shoots the Duchess. Then he puts the gun back. And then the Duke loves his pew-pew so much that he pets it. And then the detective sees the fingerprint. If I remove him. Oh, so if I remove him, he gets... Ooh. Oh, so, okay. So I don't need that for this one. So, Butler takes the pew-pew. Butler pew-pews the Duchess. Then he puts the pew-pew back. The detective sees the fingerprints from the Butler and he arrests the Butler. But if we do another way, Butler gets the pew-pew. Butler pew-pews the Duchess. Then he puts the pew-pew back. Duke loves his pew-pew, so he pets it. And then the detective sees the Duke's fingerprints. And he arrests the Duke. Who's very surprised, might I add. What about if the ghost told him, yeah, ooh, can I have the ghost? Tell him. Nah, he's just scared. He's just very scared. So no. Can't do that, sadly. Can't do that, sadly. Would be really, really cool. Why am I done already? Why are there only four?
Crown intrigue.
Ooh, there are usurpers. This sounds very dangerous. 4 deaths with 2 poor people. Knight and a baron. Yeah. Ooh, baron doesn't like the knight very much. And then the knight gets revived. And now he is not particularly fond of the baron. Can I get the baron to scare the knight off? I can't get the baron to scare the knight. Oh, I think I need to do that last though, because I don't think that I can... Okay, so baron gets revived. Baron murders the knight again. But then the knight is plenty upset and scares the baron off the cliff. And then they are both dead. Oh no, there are 5. Aish. A pew-pew used to pew-pew someone who did not like the pew-pew. Exactly, Jörn. Hello, Cold Jade. Welcome to stream. I do hope you've been having a wonderful day so far. And thank you. It is a very lovely hit. It's slightly hollow, though. Okay, next.
The queen is rescued.
Okay, so we saw last time that the baron kind of wants the crown. So he is gonna kidnap the queen. And then the knight is gonna rescue the queen. And then the queen and the knight is gonna get married. And after the marriage, the queen is gonna kidnap the baron. I would have liked this to be a 4 panels situation. Whoever revived both of them just wanted to watch pure chaos unfold again. Yes. Maybe that's a thing that we could have done, to just revive both of them and have them repeat the same things. I think we could have done that.
Everyone sits on the throne.
Everyone? The queen is on the throne. But then the baron is very upset with the queen. So he steals the crown. But the knight is very loyal to the queen. So he's not upset. The queen is very upset though. And then the knight is sad that he must take the crown. And then the baron does not murder the knight. I would have loved the baron to murder the knight. No one gets to murder the knight. He just stands there scared. The queen watching over him. Obviously. Like a good queen. You can call me Sarah Senpai if you want, Miss Jeena. You think you... Nice. I will.
Usurper is forgiven.
Is the dog gonna be the usurper? Okay. So Doggo accidentally kidnaps the queen. And then the doggo takes the crown because the doggo is the bestest of leaders, obviously. But then the doggo takes Gerber down. Can the queen? Queen cannot take the crown yet. Queen apparently needs to kidnap the dog. And then queen is gonna not gonna let go of the dog. Queen is gonna grab the crown back. And then Queen is gonna let go of the dog. There we go. We reached a point where we just want everybody to die. Yes, I always want everybody to die. It's just sometimes I hide that part of myself. What the stories? Yes, we have the best stories. Especially when we get the murder part. Doggo takes the crown. Okay, you can just end the story there. Yes. Yes, because this is where everybody lived happily ever after. But then Doggo got a conscience because that's a thing that exists. Well, except the doggo shall live. Yes, Doggo shall always live, except for where the doggo didn't live. We don't speak of that.
Marries.
The queen marries. The queen marries the baron. I'm pretty sure that she doesn't like the baron very much. Very much doesn't like the baron. So the queen gets kidnapped. But she's not gonna like him if he kidnaps her. The baron is gonna disguise himself. And then he kidnaps the queen. And then he's gonna lay off the disguise and unkidnap the queen, which makes her love him because she thought that she was gonna get kidnapped by a dragon. She's not the smartest because I can clearly see his eyeballs in there. And then they marry. She's not a smart queen. Disguise is now an option as well when we're gonna play some next level games. Yes! Oh, that was it. I wanted more. Fine.
Secrets.
Do the opposite. I don't think I can do the opposite.
The queen marries.
Yeah, the queen doesn't even know what that disguise is. So yeah. So we're just gonna put everything back to where it was. Yep. Red-handed.
Murderer gets arrested.
Now I get to witness stuff. So the butler steals the pew-pew. And the detective looks through the eyeball holes. So now this thing has eyeballs because it didn't used to. See the difference? We have eyeballs down here. Up here we have no eyeballs. We don't need. Oh, I could just pop him down there. Okay, fine. I was getting kind of worried how on earth we were gonna pop the detective out of the painting, but apparently we could just place him on the correct path. So the butler steals the pew-pew. But the detective kind of know that something is gonna happen this evening. And he's correct because the butler pew-pews the Duke. And then the detective just scrambles round the corner to just apprehend the butler. Nice.
Butler gets fired.
So butler grabs the pew-pew. And the Duke is the witness this time. For when the butler just pops around in the ballroom with the pew-pew and just plays around with it. But then the butler grabs it back. And then the Duke is very upset with the butler. I think if I remove that, he's just gonna pew the thing. So we need to do it in that order, sadly. And then the Duke is very happy and pets the pew. Because he likes to pet his pew. Quick question, where does the detective keep the giant iron ball to tie around the butler's leg? Inside of a Pokeball. Obviously. Where else would you keep stuff? You know, the Pokeballs, they, at least in the anime, when you click the button, they get tiny. And then you click the button again and they grow larger, and then you can send out even larger monsters. So, obviously it's Pokeball technology. Hopefully not inside him. Yeah, I hope he doesn't keep the ball inside of him either. That sounds...
Spouse gets vengeance.
Spouse gets vengeance. Can I get the Duchess to grab the gun? Because I would love the Duchess to grab the gun. And the Duchess need to be the witness in that case. For when the butler pew-pews the Duke. And then the butler needs to grab the pew-pew back. And Kitty, you are in the way. Did she... Yeah, Kitty, move! She does grab the pew-pew. Look, Kitty. She grabs the pew-pew. Yes, you're here now. And then the Duchess pew-pews the butler. Yee. Of course, yes, I am very smart in the way of Pokeballs. Riveting stories are unfolding. Yes, they are. They are. They are. Cat wants to play it, probably. Probably does.
Duchess gets murderer arrested.
Ooh, I think I know. I know. Okay, so the butler takes the pew-pew. Let Kitty have a go. I don't think Kitty's gonna do much. She basically only liked the pointer because it's pretty big. So she was kind of looking at that and she's still following it with her eyes. So she likes the pointer in this game. Yeah, here she comes again. Yep. She's off to the pointer. She's just chasing it around. Don't step on the keyboard. Yeah, you get to move now. It's my pointer. You can play with the pointer another day. Not today. So the Duchess goes to the witness balls. And then the butler does not pew-pew the detective. The butler... Kitty, I'm playing. You can play later. But not right now. Kitty wants to be part of the stream. Yes, she apparently does. I am sorry, Kitty. She just slapped my chin. So she doesn't want to be held that time, so keep off my computer then. Yes, then I won't have to pick you up. Where were we? So Butler takes the pew-pew. Duchess knows that something is going on, so she stands to watch what's going on. She thinks that Butler and Duke is keep telling each other stories about her and talking mean stuff about her. So she wants to listen in. But she accidentally sees the Butler's pew-pew, the Duke, instead. And then the Duchess tells the detective that the Butler has the gun. And then the detective arrests him. But the Duke isn't home. Huh? What do you mean the Duke isn't home? What? But the Duke isn't home? Okay, hold on. I think I've got it. So he takes the pew-pew, and she gets to the eyeball witness holes, and then she sees him playing with the pew-pew, and she tells the detective that the butler is playing with the pew-pew. But after the detective went away, he pew-pews the Duchess, and then he gets arrested. The ghost tells the detective maybe, yeah, I would have been cool, but yeah, ghost doesn't tell the detective stuff. Yeah, that is smart. I am very smart in the ways of thinking. But I got plenty surprised by this, like confused by this one. I kind of didn't think I was gonna get it. Detective saw the sign, yes. Yes. Why is this over? I wanted more.
Justice.
Ooh, treason and Stockholm dice.
Usurper dies.
Sharper dice. Okay, so the queen gets kidnapped by the Baron. And the Baron takes the crown. But the knight frees the queen, and now he is plenty upset with the Baron. So the knight kidnaps the Baron. Good. Now the queen takes the throne back, and she murificates the. Does she need to get the crown back? She needs to get the crown back. Does he not need... But if I don't kidnap him, then the Baron is still gonna be the king. So we need to kidnap him. And no one wants to unkidnap him. What? And he can't be murderificated because he's... Does he not need to get the crown? But you need to release the man. Otherwise we can't... Maybe the knight is the usurper? I don't think I can... Yeah, the knight can't be the usurper. It has to be the Baron. And the knight don't want the crown. Okay, so I think this needs to happen. Do we not need to kidnap? Because now Baron doesn't actually have the throne. So she can get the thing back. But she should be upset with the Baron. But he's not a usurper. But how on earth do we get him out of the thing? What? Just not capture Baron and not give him the crown. Yep. But when we don't do that, he's not a usurper. I'm stumped. What if the knight is killed in the attempt to save the queen? I would... Can we do that? What if the knight is killed in the attempt? Then Baron needs to grab the crown. And he's plenty happy about that. But I don't think we have enough spaces for this. Because she needs to actually grab the crown. Because this needs to happen for her to have the crown back. I don't understand. I don't have enough panels. I'm confused as well. I am very, very confused. Baron needs to grab the crown in order to be a usurper, but maybe not kidnap him. But she can't sit in there because we can't execute him because he's the king currently. So maybe the queen is the usurper? I don't think she is. Okay, so now all of a sudden that worked. Does it need to be her that locked him up, and because I got the knight, then she can't? Was it only that? By the hand of the knight? Okay, so he needs to do that, and then he doesn't want the crown because... Okay, we're gonna talk about this first because this is the thing that just happened and I'm very pleased that I just... So the Baron kidnaps the queen and then the knight frees the queen and he should probably steal that first, but fine. And then he steals the crown. She wants the crown back though, so she kidnaps the Baron. Then the queen gets the crown back, and the queen murderificates the Baron. would need to be by the hand of the knight. Does he need to save her for that to happen? So if the Baron murderificates the Queen, I feel like the knight should be plenty upset with the Baron. And maybe the knight is actually... The knight is gonna take the crown then! I have solved it. With just a slight headache, it's fine. So the Baron kidnaps the Queen. Then the Baron steals the crown. And the Baron also murderificates the Queen because you can't have the prior Queen still alive. It's just confusing for people, the peasants. But the knight is plenty upset, so he kidnaps the Baron. And then the knight takes the crown with a heavy heart because he's sad about the Queen. And then he murderificates the Baron. The knight doesn't sell the Baron out because he doesn't like people dying. Yes, unless it's really necessary. This game just came out of nowhere and hit us with absolute confusion. It kind of did.
Knight loses his head.
The knight loses his head. Why on earth would the knight lose his head? Just... They look plenty okay with one another. And I guess she's fine with him without any... What happens if the Queen dies? And the knight is heartbroken? And then he takes the crown with a heavy heart because someone needs to rule the country. But then the Queen is revived. And she's very upset that the knight stole her crown. Because I don't... I moved that there because I just want to check, but I'm... Oh, so she doesn't need to be upset first. She just sees him that he has the crown and she kidnaps him. And then she steals the crown back. And then she murderificates the knight. Even though the knight did nothing wrong, I might add. I side with the knight on this one. I tend to side with the knights, but definitely side with this one. Stuff be going crazy right now. Let me get some popcorn real quick. Yeah, you should probably do that. That sounded like a very good idea.
The execution.
Execution? But we have a wedding? But let's start with the Queen being kidnapped. I'm pretty sure that's part of the thing. Maybe the Baron forgets that he has kidnapped the Queen. And then he unkidnaps the Queen, being very smug and very happy that he saved the Queen. Queen is, however, not very happy and she executes him. We need to execute the Queen. Okay. Can they marry? I'm plenty sure that they can't. Okay, so the Baron kidnaps the Queen. But then the Queen gets amnesia and she doesn't remember who kidnapped her. And then she's in love with him. And so they marry. And then the Baron forgets that. And he executes her. What? Okay. I was not prepared for that. Amnesia's back. It is back. It's very back.
Queen beheads all men.
Nice. We don't need any men. Now, why on earth would we want to do that? Queen needs to behead all men, though. She's not gonna marry. Yeah, she's not gonna marry anyone. Maybe this makes the knight so upset. No. No. Why? We need to make sure that she's upset with the knight. I'm not really sure how to do that. But Baron murders the queen. That part is pretty easy. Then she needs to be revived. And she needs to grab her crown back. And then she's gonna execute the Baron. Maybe! Maybe. The knight took the crown in his infinite wisdom because you know, the queen got murdered, so he needed to take the crown. Then the queen got revived, and then knight and queen marries. She does it not very happily because he stole her crown, but she wants the crown back. And then she murderificates the Baron. It has been quite a while since I needed to think this much. So, to take this from the start, Baron murders the queen because he doesn't like her. Queen sounds kind of sick, he's not gonna like it. Kind of. The Baron murders the queen because he doesn't like her. And then the knight takes the crown with a very happy heart. Heavy heart, not a happy heart, heavy heart. But the queen gets revived. She wants her crown back though. And stealing it from the knight is kind of a hassle. So she's gonna marry him. The first thing the queen does as soon as she gets her crown back is murderificate the Baron because rude. But also taking the crown from her is plenty rude, so she's gonna murderificate the knight as well. You have the knight kill the Baron in retaliation for killing the queen. No, I can't. I don't think he knows that the Baron killed the queen. I don't think she told him that. She wanted the revenge on her own. She's a strong, independent queen. Needs no man, unless when she really does. The queen casually doing ahead with the 8th.
Genesis.
Genesis, isn't that when everyone dies? I don't know. Temptation.
Eve rejects apple.
Oh. Okay, there she eats. Okay, fine. Tempt Adam. Adam eats it. Judgment. Yeah, she needs to be told to not eat the apple. And then she eats the apple. Why? You just got told, people. You just got told to not eat the apple. Do we need to tell you twice to not eat the apple? This is not working out. What? How? Does she need... She needs to see Adam eats the apple because... reasons. And then judgment comes that he ate the apple. How dare Adam eat an apple? So judgment saps him in his little face, and Eve is pretty scared. So she's very much not gonna eat the apple. Okay, things are starting to be difficult. Even the first people not able to listen now, I don't feel so bad. Yeah. Not listening is apparently been there all along.
God is happy at everyone.
Ooh, okay. Now we're gonna do the opposite because Adam was that person before. So, judgment. And Adam is plenty scared. So, Adam is gonna say no thank you. And then Eve gets revived because we want her to have a second chance. And she's not gonna eat it again. And then we judge them both. We're pleased with Adam, he didn't eat the apple. And we're also pleased with Eve because she didn't eat the apple when we gave her a second chance. We're writing Bible 2.0. Yes, we are, with second chances. I like second chances.
Adam watches his love die.
Okay, so first we need to make sure that Adam and Eve falls in love. Otherwise, he's already watched her die several times. What happens if we judge now? It's just, do not eat the apple. Yeah, sure, do not eat the apple. And then we tempt Eve, she eats the apple. And then, because of him... Oh, this is devious! This is devious! I love it! So, Adam... I don't think we can do that, though. But how on earth? So Adam takes the apple, and Adam gives the apple to Eve, and then Adam gets judged and he gets sapped, so he's dead, but Adam gets revived. And then, you know, Daddy, don't eat the apple. But Eve has eaten the apple. So, yeah. Yeah, then both get sapped, yeah. At least it's not Edgar who's dying. Yes, it's just Adam and Eve. Good ending, yes.
Friedrich takes revenge.
Friedrich? Takes revenge for what? Are they in love? Why are they in love? So Eve tempts Friedrich. No? Take revenge for what? Also, I have to say, very accurate. Very accurate. What does the thing says? Very accurate design of your typical Friedrich. Yes. Yes. I further shoot the snake. Ooh. That's an idea. That's an idea. So then we tempt Eve, and Eve eats the thing. So then we see what happens to Eve, and Friedrich is very sad. So he grabs a gun. And then goes, that was not the... Do you need a second? You do not need a second chance. You're just not that good. Okay. I'm pretty sure that this isn't in the Bible. So right now, Eve falls in love with Friedrich. Eve eats the apple and Judgy McJudger's face up there. Pew-pews all over, electrocutes Eve. And Friedrich is plenty sad, so he takes the gun and he shoots the apple, because obviously he needs to shoot the apple, it's the apple's fault. But then he also pew-pews the judger. I don't think that worked like that. I don't think so either. Did he just shoot God? I don't know. Hello, Rosanna. Welcome to stream. I do hope you've been having a wonderful day so far. We might have accidentally shot God.
The king.
We have a king now this time.
Cyclic, mutually toxic love affair.
Okay, so the queen and the king is in love. But then they fight. But then they forget that they fought. And then they get married. And then they fight. Okay. Oh, hello, Galaxy. Welcome to stream. I do hope you've been having a wonderful day so far.
Double execution.
Get to execution twice. So the queen and the king is obviously married. And the king is having an affair with a maid. While the queen is watching. So the queen is very upset and executes the king. But she's not done there. She also executes the maid. Where the king takes revenge. Fine. The queen executes the maid. The king does not like that very much, so he executes the queen. Yeah, now I see the resemblance, but to be fair, I know people that are called Friedrich in real life, so I went to that.
3 heads roll.
Oh. I think I know. The queen gets kidnapped by the baron. And then the knight frees the queen, so she falls in love with the knight. And so, the queen has an affair with the knight while the king watches. And the queen is very upset with the baron, so she's gonna decapitate him. But the king is very upset with the knight and decapitates him. And then the queen decapitates the king. I think we could change these two, though. I think we could make the king decapitate the queen. But yeah. Queen is queen. Queen's gonna decapitate the king. It is definitely a story. It is a story. Make our own story in the confines of those titles. Yes, we do.
Rags to royalty.
Okay, so the king has an affair with the maid while the queen watches. Rags to royalty. Can the maid kidnap the queen? No, the maid cannot kidnap the queen. But if the maid watches while the king... Okay, so now she's upset because the king loves the queen. He loves them both equally, apparently. But the king loves the queen. She is there in the bushes. Is she upset with the queen now? She's not upset with the queen. Okay, I think I have an idea. So, king, lovey-dovey with the maid. Queen is in the bushes. Queen is very upset. Queen kidnaps the maid. But the king saves her and she tells him it was the queen. So, the king decapitates the queen. And then the king marries the maid. To be fair, most of the stories have been murder or mass murder. Yes. Maid marries the queen after queen kills the king. I don't think she can do that, actually, because I think both the maid and the queen is very heterosexual. You know, not everyone can be a pansexual or bisexual. These two are probably heterosexual. I realized that you broke a rule. You would like to humbly apologize for it. Wait. Which rule? I don't know. Maybe it was something that I didn't see. That could work. Yes, it is. Yes. Yes, it did work. Backseat gaming. Yeah. I try to not read chat while I work on these. So, yeah. Yep, I kind of didn't see it. I didn't see it until afterwards. So, yeah. Yeah. In this case, it's fine. Because I don't see chat. But yeah, otherwise, be very mindful of that.
Baron rules alone.
Baron rules alone. Okay, we know King loves the maid. We also know that the Baron is very upset with the queen. So Baron kills the queen. Then the king marries the maid. I like the little headpiece that she has, to be perfectly honest. Is Baron just gonna... He is. And can the king... King cannot murderificate the Baron. Can... Those can just... But now everyone is dead, are they not? Yeah, everyone is dead. Oh, the Baron rules alone. Never mind. Never mind. The Baron... Oh, the Baron needs to marry in... Okay, never mind. Never mind. We need to back off. We need to back off. Baron needs to rule alone, so the Baron needs the crown. Okay, so the Baron kidnaps the maid. Is that gonna work? And then the Baron murderificates the king. And the Baron does not marry her. Can we just murderificate the king? And then marry the maid? We can. Do we really need to murderificate everyone? It would be more fun if we can just... Okay, fine. We need to murderificate everyone. Making all stories pretty good. It is. Finally, the Baron gets his sweet victory. Yes. Yes. And all of the murder. So, just to recap. The Baron murders the queen. Which makes the king remarry with the maid. Because they have already gotten a relationship. We already knew that. Then the Baron murders the king. And the Baron marries the maid. And then he murderificates the maid because he wants the crown alone. Now the Baron just stabs everyone. And yet all of them just fall to their death with no stab wound. Yes! Honestly, the stabby stab wound might be on the other side of their body. We don't know that. Machiavelli, was that a Machiavelli?
Monsters.
Many are there?
The ceremony.
We do not have a whole lot left.
Monster.
Those we have done.
Monsters.
I like monsters. Werewolves.
Bernard drinks poison.
Is it Bernard and Juliet is a lovey-dovey. Then... Can I change Juliet? Okay, Juliet does not change. She's not a werewolf. Bernard is. He changes to a werewolf. And then he happens upon Juliet. And then he changes back with a banger of a headache. And he sees Juliet's bone in a skirt. And he's so disheartened that he drinks the poison. Oh, damn, the Baron killed the queen and the king and the maid. Yes, all of the murder. Because it's fun. Oh, we're close to being done. Yeah, I know. I know. There's not a whole lot left.
Pet comes back to life to enact revenge.
Okay? What? Bernard is Doggo? Doggo doesn't seem upset. She's upset with the Doggo though. Can it be the opposite? No, they cannot be the opposite. So Bernard loves his little Doggo. Isabel is very upset. So Isabel does not murder the Doggo. What? Isabel and Bernard loves... Okay, so they need to love each other first. And then Bernard pet the Doggo. So Isabel is very upset and jealous of a Doggo. And then Isabel. No, poor Doggo. And then we revive the Doggo because obviously. And then Doggo scares her off the cliff because obviously good Doggo does that. Wait, no killing Doggo. Doggo is a good boy. Doggo is a very good boy. These girls go so dark, I love it. Yes, they do. Juliet build like an Among Us crew member. That she is. That she is.
Queen gets Baron arrested.
How on earth? Baron grabs that. And then Baron scares the Queen. And the Baron puts the thing back, but he doesn't draw the card. He does draw the curtains. And she tells the detective that there was this creepy monster that scared me. And then the detective sees the disguise and notices that it is the Baron's fingerprints. So the Baron gets arrested. This is what happens when you kill Doggo. Doggo kills you. Yes, exactly. It's detective time. It is. It is detective time. This is literally a Scooby-Doo story. It is. It is very much a Scooby-Doo story. Didn't think about that, but yes, it is.
Cured of vampirism.
I want to read Dracula, by the way. I haven't read it yet. But it is night. The Dracula bites me now. And the professor sees that Mina has been bitten it. And John sees that. So John does that. And what happens with Mina? Oh! Is that so easy? Maybe it is. I am slightly confused. I don't know why I'm confused, but I am confused. Mina is cured. That she is. Can Joan get bitten instead? Oh, we can. Ah. And now everybody's a vampire. Okay, fine. Fine. We need to switch back. Can I get Mina to attack him though? Because that would be way cooler. Yes, I can! Wahaha! She gets to stabby Dracula instead. So Dracula bites Joan, or Joan, I don't really know. And then the professor sees that Joan is reacting in a way towards garlic. And Mina sees Joan, and she asks the professor for advice, and the professor tells her to stake through the Dracula's heart. So she does. And then they both live happily ever after. Also, what Baron dressed up as is like an alligator or a wineglass dragon. Well, that would be an alligator too, wouldn't it? Yes. Wingless, not wineglass. Wingless is a stabby thing and a pew thing. The story is becoming way too violent. No, it's fine. You have the stabby thing and the pew thing, and then the pokey thing.
Monster is slain.
Really? We need a monster to be slain? Okay, so the Baron gets into the disguise, and then Bernard gets transformed, and Bernard sees the Baron. I think if we do that, he jumps in. So Bernard sees the ginormous dragon and gets plenty scared. And then the Baron puts off his costume. Just to be safe, though. Yeah, Professor does not want to speak with the dragon. So, Baron takes off his disguise, and then he tells the professor that I saw a weirdy wolf. And Professor gives him a weapon. And then the Baron goes into the forest with the weapon. And he pews the werewolf doggo. Dragon dice? Ooh, I get to kill a dragon. So Bernard changes back. Maybe Bernard doesn't need to change at all. I want to see if we can do this. So Bernard does not go to the professor because we need to switch with the moon first. And then Bernard goes to the professor, but he doesn't have anything to say. So Baron takes on his costume. And then Bernard sees the Baron in his costume, even though he's just a furry, but a dragon furry, you know. But Bernard doesn't understand furries, so he's very, very scared. And then he tells the professor. Professor, for some reason, doesn't understand that furries exist. So he believes Bernard when he's talking about ginormous monsters. So Bernard goes into the forest with the pew, and he pews the Baron. I mean, fair, because the Baron is just gone on a murder spree, so, you know. He's had this coming for quite a while. Time to kill the dragon, yes! I mean, the Baron is the real monster from what we saw. Exactly. Bernard is a furry, yes, he is! Not really Bernard, but Baron. Baron is a furry. Because dressing up. Bernard is just a werewolf. Okay.
Drama.
Narcissus, Oedipus, Hamlet, Salome. Those two I actually don't remember. These three I remember.
The mirror praises everyone.
The mirror praises everyone. Oh, the mirror loves Peachy. Cool. Peachy is very upset, though, that the mirror loves Peachy. So, Peachy pushes Peachy off the cliff. And then Haiti gets loved on. The froggy is upset, though. Froggy cannot murderificate people. How on earth am I to... Ooh, I know. Peachy is upset, so Peachy scares Haiti off the cliff, and then Froggy is the only one alive. So Froggy gets all of the love. Froggy is the best. Froggy is the best. Look at that cute little blush. Froggy is so happy.
Haiti murders father and marries mother.
Is Peachy Haiti's mother? Yes, so Tiny is Haiti's father. And Peachy is Haiti's mother. Yeah, this is Oedipus, alright. Although, honestly, Haiti... Okay. Wedding between Haiti and Peachy? Okay, so they marry. Although Oedipus only marries his mother after the father have already been murdered. Why on earth? He doesn't want to murderificate anyone. But then Peachy tells Haiti that I am your mother after they have already been married. That should upset him. That does not upset him. Okay. Okay, I am confused. I think I've got it now. So, Haiti marries Peachy. And then afterwards, Peachy tells him that I am your mother. And so Peachy marries Tiny instead. And then Haiti tries to marry Tiny, but Tiny says that I am actually married to Peachy. And then Haiti is so upset, he does not murder him. And then Tiny says that I am your father. Okay. Why can you not murderificate Tiny? I do not understand. I do not understand. No idea. So we got incest now. Yeah, that's Oedipus. Confusion. What am I looking at? A great question. Let's not answer it. Yes. Basically, we have no idea. We need to get Haiti to murder Tiny. I'm getting a slight inkling. What if Haiti marries Peachy? And then Peachy just exclaims that I am actually your mother. Haiti is quite perturbed by this and does not murderificate his mother. Okay. But Tiny marries Peachy. Haiti cannot marry Peachy. And Tiny murderificate? Tiny cannot murderificate. Yeah, they took keep it in the family too far. Yes. Maybe he is rejected. I feel like he's plenty rejected already. Okay, so if Tiny marries Peachy, then Haiti is upset because Peachy loves Tiny. And Haiti pushes... And now Haiti pushes Tiny off the cliff. See? And then Haiti marries Peachy. But Tiny doesn't say that he is his father. I am your mother. Okay, so we got the mother. Can we... We cannot do that. Does he really need to knowingly murderificate his father? The Tiny says that I am your father. Oh, and he still murderificates him. This is not how Oedipus happened. The only thing that is rejected here is a normal family bond. Yes. Yes. So, Tiny loves Peachy. And then Peachy says to Haiti that no, I am in fact in love with Tiny. And Tiny says that I am your father to Haiti. Haiti still pushes off his father off the cliff. And then he marries Peachy. And then Peachy exclaims, I am your mother.
Tiny murders brother to avenge his father.
Tiny murders his brother to avenge his father. Okay. I feel like Haiti needs to be the parent here. Haiti is the parent. I feel like Haiti is kind of the hater from these parts. But then Haiti has this very big fallout and argument with Greenie. So Haiti pushes Greenie off the cliff. See? And then Tiny is very upset over all of this that has happened, and he just wants a final word with his brother Greenie. So he holds a seance, and he gets very perturbed by knowing that his father actually murderificated his brother, so he pushes him on the cliff. Avenge his father! Okay, so switch the roles. Okay, so Greenie is everyone's father. Never mind. I think Greenie is Hatie's brother. Yee. Now Greenie is everybody's father. So Greenie says to Tiny and Haiti that I am your father. But Greenie and Haiti has a very big argument, so that Haiti is so angry that he pushes his father off the cliff. And then Tiny is upset and he holds a seance and gets to know that his brother murderificated his father.
Haiti is murdered by his daughter.
He is murdered by his daughter. Okay. So Haiti is Bluey's father. And Bluey is in love with Greenie. But Haiti is also in love with Greenie, which breaks Bluey's heart. Which causes Bluey to not push him off a cliff. Is Peachy able to push people off cliffs? Peachy is not able to push people off of cliffs. Or let's think about this. Let's think about this. Haiti is in love with Bluey. So Peachy is Bluey's daughter. Haiti is in love with Bluey. But Bluey is also in love with Peachy. And Haiti sees this, and that annoys Haiti a whole lot. So Haiti pushes Bluey off the cliff. And then Peachy is very upset with this. So Peachy holds a seance and gets to learn that her father murdered her lover. And so Peachy pushes Haiti off cliffs. But he was just protecting her. He was just protecting her. Oh, I know. I know. I know. I know. Okay. Okay. So Haiti. So Haiti is Peach's father. And guess what? Peach is now in love with Tiny. And Haiti is very happy for his daughter. You know? But Tiny has an affair with Bluey. And Haiti sees this. And he wants to protect his daughter. So he pushes Tiny off of the cliff. And then Peachy holds a seance and gets to learn everything. And gets to learn that Haiti murdered her lover and she pushes Haiti off the cliff. But he was really, in fact, only protecting her because her lover was being unfaithful. I feel so clever right now. Oh, yes. Yes.
Tiny and Haiti wait forever.
It's Tiny and Haiti, they wait. And then they wait. And then they wait. And then they wait. And then they wait some more. And finally they do some waiting. Both leave and return. Okay, so they are both there. And then it leaves. Okay, I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but okay, fine. So another family member cheated on one of their family members with one of his family members. Yes! That is the case. The solution to everything in these stories, murder, is murder. I just got the Reading Rainbow song and stuff in my head, but, you know, reading murder. Leave and return, huh? Yeah, basically, they started here, and then Haiti got bored, so he left, and Tiny waits, but then you know, he left, and Haiti comes back and waits, and then finally they are both there waiting together. I'm slightly confused.
Novels.
The mad husband.
Edgar murders his wife.
Edgar murders his wife. I love some murderification. Okay, so Edgar marries Lenora. Maybe he needs to murder Isabel? Because I don't know. Why does he want to murder his wife? Poison? She likes the poison. What if... Okay, so he marries Lenora. And then... Lenora tells Isabel that, hey, Edgar tells Isabel, I think it needs to be Edgar, tells Isabel that, no, I'm in love with Lenora. So Isabel grabs the poison. And then Lenora drinks the poison and she dies. So Edgar is very heartbroken, but he finds true love again in Isabel. But then he holds a seance with Lenora and he manages to figure out that it was in fact Isabel that murdered her. And she was his first true love, so of course he's gonna take her side. So he goes for the poison. And then Isabel dies. Edgar wants to murder everyone in revenge for him being killed. Yes, yes, murder everyone. Wow. Like, how many grand stories are there without murder? Exactly. All of the bigger stories have murder in them. Even Titanic. But there is nature just murdering people, so you know, murder.
Duke shoots detective to avoid prison.
Duke shoots detective to avoid prison. Duke does not do that. Wait, ballroom. The king might be in love with the duchess. The duchess is in love with the king. And the duke says this, and the duke is very upset that the duchess is in love with the king, but I know who wouldn't. Look at that hawk nose. Or something. Not really sure. But the duke has a gun, so he grabs it. And he murderificates the king. Obviously. Not the duchess, right? Yeah, not the duchess. He murderificates the king. And then he puts the gun away. But the detective sees the fingerprint. I'm starting to be a bit apprehensive about this. I need more panels. Or do I? I'm not really sure that I do, actually. Because the detective can be witnessed, so the detective sees it. Yeah, so, and then, yes. So, Duke spies on his guest, the king, because his wife, the duchess, is flirting with the king. So, the Duke grabs the gun, but the detective is now looking through the peepee holes, and he sees the Duke shoot the king. And the detective tells the duchess that he's gonna... The Duke did the shooting, but the Duke is now back and listening in. And so, the Duke pew-pews the detective. We're doing all of the pew-pewing today. Oh, that was... Oh, the Duke is savage. Yes, he is a savage. You can see it on the fluffy coat around his neck.
Unfaithful husband punished.
Unfaithful husband punished. Can we have a wedding between the witch and the prince? We can have a wedding between the witch and the prince. Can the prince just kiss Snowy? He can! So he is unfaithful! How does the witch know this, though? Does she need to know this? I don't know if she needs to know this. Or she probably needs to know this. And she goes to the cauldron. And she loves him. And then the witch... okay, fine. So the witch is in love with the prince. And then Prince kisses Snowy. And the witch transforms into a hag or something, I don't know. And then Princey doesn't want to kiss her anymore. So she gets upset. And because of that, she transforms him into a frog. Isn't that punishment enough? And Snow is the fairest of them all. She also punishes them. And turns back. Okay. Does she need to know? And how on earth does she know in that case? Okay. Prince is a really bad person. He is. He is. Okay. Because the forest only has 2 spots. But fine. Witch goes to the cauldron because she's upset with Snowy. And then the witch transforms Snowy. And Snowy tells the prince that it is I. How can he not be punished? I feel like he's been plenty punished. We have the unfaithful bed. He can't marry her. I think I've got it. I think I've got it. So the prince kissy the witch. And then the prince marries Snowy because witch was just a one like a fling. And then the witch wants to marry him because, you know, they did the thing. And then he rejects her because she's not wife material, apparently. And the witch is very upset. So, the witch goes to the cauldron. And then she goes to the forest and she transforms. No. And she also transforms Snowy? She only transforms Snowy? She transforms them both? Do they wed? They cannot wed. Why do I have a mirror? I feel like she should do that, and then cauldron, and then mirror. But why? He's plenty punished. Although he wasn't an unfaithful husband by then, I suppose. But can he kissy kiss? He can kissy kiss. He's very unfaithful though. And he's getting turned into a frog. I don't understand. Does he need to tell her first that he's married? And then he needs to kiss him and reject her again? I am stuck. Why do we have a mirror? Why is the mirror important? Is the mirror important right now? Or is that for like a follow-up thingamabob? There is stuff that's going on here. It's very weird, and my frontal lobe is starting to hurt quite a bit. But I want to solve it, but I do not know how, because in my mind I have already solved it. Well, that turned him back. That does not mean that he's punished, though. Wait. Let Kitty try. Kitty's sleeping. Okay, she's not sleeping anymore because I started petting her, but... Oh, there he is. What punishment did these people come up with? I don't know. What can be worse than turning into a frog? Can the frog do something with... The frog cannot do something with the cauldron. I cannot boil the frog alive, sadly. That would be plenty punishment, though. Cauldron, the witch turns back. And then the witch does a kissy kissy. And then they do not marry. And then... And then... I don't know. But Kitty the Rock, that is a very good idea. Sadly, there is no kitty in the game. Only a kitty next to the game. Marries the witch. Which then he kissy Snowy. Can Snowy do... Snowy cannot do something with that. That would be really awesome if she could, though. I feel like this does absolutely nothing if I just turn Snowy into a thing. I just reject Snowy a lot. I don't really know why we are rejecting Snowy so much. Hold on. Hold on. But then he can't marry her. So Witchy turns into a witch and transform him. Who's that? That is Prince. And she rejects him. And even rejection and being turned into a frog is not punishment. Apparently. Are we allowed to suggest things now? Yes, you are allowed to suggest things for this particular one. But if you can... do you think if Snow is jealous? But how on earth can we get Snowy jealous? She's not particularly the jealous type. But try to keep things to a, like, tip. Snow is in love with the prince. That she is. Plenty of love with the prince. Frustration. Okay, frustration is turning real now. I would love it to be able to actually figure this out. No, because I don't like checking things up. Grr, you are very cute. This is hard. Yes. Plenty hard. Plenty difficult. I'm just gonna check up the beginning. I'm just gonna check the beginning. Unfaithful has been punished. Okay, the start of the solution. I only have the 4 first panels open and they do not confuse me less. Basically, they do the Mary Mary. And then the witch sees that, which upsets her. So she transforms into the hag. And she turns Snowy into a frog. And Snowy tells the prince. So the prince does that. Do they marry? They do not marry. Does the witch just... No, the witch does not do that. Does the witch try to kiss him afterwards? No. But is Snowy and the witch interact in the forest after the prince married one and kissed the other? Oh, you're right! So that is how she knows that he kissed her, because otherwise she wouldn't have turned back. And then... Oh, you're right. That was smart. That was very smart. That was very smart. So... The witch marries the prince, but the witch gets told by her mirror that Snowy is the prettiest of them all. So she transforms into the hag, and she transforms Snowy. And Snowy tells the prince, and the prince falls in love. So the prince kisses Snowy, and she turns back into a human. The witches see Snowy as a human again, which means, obviously, that the prince did the kissy. So she transforms Snowy back, and then she finds the prince and transforms him as well. There we go. I kind of knew the big big thing was that the witch needed to know that he was unfaithful, but yeah. That took a lot.
Knight and maid murder the monarchs and have an affair.
Uh-huh. The knight and maid murder the monarchs and have an affair. Okay, so the king has an affair with the maid while the queen is watching. Let's start with that. And the queen kidnaps the maid, and the king frees the maid and is very perturbed. by this, so he murderificates the queen. But that is not... Okay, this is wrong, because the knight and maid need to murder the monarchs. So they have an affair. Do they need to have an affair? Yeah, the knight is upset. Can the knight... They can! Ooh, okay. Okay. I think we have something going. But I also think we need another affair scene where the maid is watching the king and the queen. Maybe not. Okay. So the first bit was the easy one. The knight murdered the king. Can we do something with that? And that the maid kidnaps... The maid cannot kidnap the queen. The knight can very much probably not kidnap the queen. No, that way. I think this might work out. So the knight sees the king and the maid and he's upset. But the queen also sees the king and the maid. And the knight pushes the king off the cliff while the queen kidnaps the maid. But the knight unkidnaps the maid and she's all upset that the queen did this. He's not going to do that. No, he's not going to do that. Is the maid going to do that? She is. And then they are both all alone, so they have an affair. Okay, so the knight and the queen watch as the king and the maid have an affair. The knight pushes the king off the cliff because he wants to protect his queen. The queen kidnaps the maid. And then the knight lets her go. She's very upset that the queen did this. So she's gonna push the queen off the cliff. And then they are both very lonely and very sad and they have an affair together. I love it, Rand. Welcome to stream. I do hope you've been having a wonderful day so far. And yes, time for some regicide. Yes. It's kind of funny that none of them now have a crown. Because with all of the other king-queen murders, someone else has gotten the crown afterwards. Nicely done, thank you.
The ceremony.
A ceremony? Place the crown. Ooh. Why am I not blushing? Hello? blushy blushy button. Nice blushy blushy button. I kind of noticed that my blushy blushy button is not working for some unknown reason. Okay, fine. No blushing. None of my buttons are working anymore. So Kitty apparently pressed something that Kitty was not meant to press. Okay, still not working. Okay, we don't have any face toggles anymore for some reasons that I don't really know.
Marvelous! Throughout these pages, you created tales of love, ambition, intrigue, and vengeance. You have proven yourself worthy of the crown and the title of Storyteller. Now, it is time to close this book, ponder about the possibilities of the future, and go fill the pages of your own story.
Yes! The end. No? Not the end?
Secret Stamp Collection.
What? Is that Edgar Allan Poe? It's Edgar Allan Poe. The others, I'm not so sure. So achievements up, yeah, probably a lot of achievements that we didn't do. So it's kind of a replayability that you can go back and you can try and get those kind of things instead. Like, it's 20 to 1. I'm not doing that today. And we've also been going for 3 hours, so yeah, you know. Finally the story is done. Yep. I needed to think so much. Do them next stream. Maybe next stream. Probably not next stream because tomorrow we're gonna do Pokemon, but we might do it or try to do them sometime next week. But hello Takano, welcome to stream, and hello Tech Maniac as well, welcome to stream. I do hope you guys have been having a wonderful day so far. Yay Pokemon, yes! I actually managed to get a Goodra. My method for getting a Goodra. I first and foremost, I was running around in my little Pokemon Scarlet so much for hours. And when I say hours, I mean hours. And finally, because I was grinding up the team, every Pokemon in my main team is now level 50. And I was starting to grind up the Pokemon that we aren't using because what else was I gonna do? And finally I got slightly bored by that. So I just... Are we done with this? Because I feel like I have watched that particular piece already. Okay, I think I am.
Secret Stamp Collection. Epilogue. The novels.
Oh!
Drama.
So other things have popped up in the book. And that's where we are supposed to go to get the stamps. What? There's a devil over there for some reason.
Life and death.
Plenty interesting.
At the story. At the
Yeah, number 66. That was the only one that actually added a whole new one.
The king.
Where was the whole one? There. So the last straw. But I think that is probably the last bit that we are supposed to do. So, you know. But yeah, Pokemon. When I was starting to feel bored by grinding, because it's not the most fun thing to do, especially when you're grinding the dragons that we kind of deemed not too weak, but not really as well typed for this kind of challenge. So they aren't working together as a team the way that our main team does. Which means that it's kind of difficult to grind them. So I finally just went like, no, I have another playthrough that I do on my own time where I just am trying to complete the Pokédex. I'm gonna try and get an antique Sinistee. So I was running around looking for an antique Sinistee. I got an antique Sinistee. I also found a shiny Murkrow that I accidentally murdered. I was trying to capture it, but my little dragon was kind of more powerful than I thought it was. I actually honestly managed to find 2 antiques Sinistees because I also accidentally murdered the first one. I was starting to considering trying to find a shiny antique Sinistee because of reasons. And then I just felt so fed up with the whole situation that I just closed Pokemon Violet. I got into Pokemon Home. I grabbed my little Sliggoo, put it in Pokemon Home, put it into Pokemon Legends Arceus, popped into Pokemon Legends Arceus, grabbed the little Sliggoo, ran away to Crimson Mirelands, slept through the tent, I don't know, like 10 nights, so a few clicks, took me like less than 10 minutes. And then it was rain, and then I could click the evolve button. And then I ran back to the base. I grabbed the little Goodra into the boxes, or the pastures, because they don't have boxes. And then I popped into Pokemon Home. I grabbed my newly evolved Hisuian Goodra, popped it into Pokemon Home, put it into Pokemon Violet, and now we have a Goodra. So just a heads up, the next time you need a Goodra in Pokemon Violet or Scarlet, just use Pokemon Legends Arceus instead. Because that was infuriating. How did it not rain in your game for that long? I don't know. I have no idea how it didn't rain in my game for that long. I have no idea at all. What did you kill? One shiny Murkrow and one antique Sinistee. I captured the other antique Sinistee though. I'm slightly saddened that I didn't find another new shiny Murkrow though, because shiny Murkrow was kind of pretty. So would be nice to have one. We'll just do terror raids. I have done that as well. I also did a lot of terror raids, so I tried that trick as well. So yes, while I was just going around doing the grind, it yes. I also did terror raids while grinding, so yes, that also didn't work. When Jennifer your heart is bleeding. Mine is too. Mine is too. Where yes, I am very saddened by it. I don't think I can fix this other than getting another shiny Murkrow. So that is probably gonna be my life. Just running around Alpharanada City, just waiting for a shiny Murkrow. But this time I'm grabbing someone with status conditions. So and also being very, very, very careful. I know a good method, a pretty good method for having it rain all the time. Do a fire mode type, then it rains all the time. Oh no. I just pray to quick balls. I actually tried a quick ball with the shiny Marco and it didn't work. Um, so I tried that. And quick balls kind of doesn't work after the first turn. I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely sure, but pretty sure that after the first turn, you're better off just trying the normal way. So, at least I tried. Then Hyper Ball, Ultra Ball is not gonna work for a level 41. And I need to get to at least half, but crits and dragons. Accidents happen. But yeah. Like what I could have done is probably to just try a timer ball instead. But yeah, mistakes were made. I at least learned from the mistakes. But yeah, I'm also very upset over that because it very pretty little Murkrow. Very pretty. I kind of wanted it. I really wanted it. I'm gonna catch you another, It's fine. I'm gonna grab another one. It was full odds though. To be fair, a first round quick ball works like 90% of the time, so you get pretty unlucky. Yeah. 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 I forgot to use the quick ball on the Sinistee though. The first Sinistee. The second Sinistee, I tried it and it didn't work there either. So I got a pretty unlucky day, I guess. I am 90%. I don't tend to use a lot of quick balls, but mine tend to be way more unlucky than thine. Will you find another one? What will you name it? Well, I might name it after you. Since you seem to like it so much, I might name it after you. But we'll see. We'll see. Beck is upset with me. Plenty upset. I need to do more back exercises, and I also shouldn't crack my back because that probably does more harm than good. But sometimes it's really nice to just crack your back. Really shouldn't do that. Hello, Zario. Welcome to stream. I do hope you've been having a wonderful day so far. You do adore Shiny Marker, that is true. Well, that is awesome. Then I will name it after you. But I might try to find some shiny sandwiches. But we'll see about that. I think I need to progress further into the game to be able to make those, though. So, you know. You missed the whole stream. Great. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm having the hiccups. But I'm plenty tired. I think I should go to bed, especially since it's almost 1 a.m. But it was fun hanging out with you guys. I do hope you had fun as well. I also just remember that I am supposed to wake up early tomorrow. Oh well. Thanks for stream. Wish you a nice night. Thank you. I wish you the same. Have a lovely rest. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Okay, I'm very tired. Just realized. Using my brain this much is not something that I'm used to. Was very fun. You did great. Night night. Thank you. Thank you. I kind of feel like I managed to do a lot of the different things. Some were they're really, really difficult though. But it was only one that we just got completely stuck on. So that's pretty good. It's final with the body instead. That's awesome, Saria. That's awesome. Then you can also be amazed by my brain power. Yes. Blushy button is not working. Okay, what did happen now? What did my blushy button do? Did something happen with the computer that just messed up my button combinations? That might be the case. I forgot which button combination it is that I am using. I'm gonna have to check on that. Being the name for your shiny Merkur would be a big honor for me, so thank you a lot. That it's awesome. It's cool. It's cool. I'm just gonna, find it. But thank you guys so much for coming. I do hope you had fun because I had a lot of fun. And have a lovely rest of the day, night, morning, evening, whatever time it is for you guys. Do take care of yourself and one another. And until I see you next time, bye bye and hug.